Hey guys, it's Peter Jordan at Delta Marine Outfitters and the Lost Angler Fly Shop, and I want to show you guys a boat that I'm really truly excited about. This is the new Brackish 19 from Brackish Boatworks, and it's a boat that I think is really going to change the way a lot of people fish down here on the northern Gulf Coast. This is the first technical poling skiff that I've seen that's truly made to handle big open waters. It's got a ton of great features, and to be honest, there's a lot of things about it that I was really shocked by how well they did with it. And the guys at Brackish have really pulled out all the stops. So let's go through the boat and kind of take a look. So I think one of the first things you're going to notice about the boat is this humongous negative chine. And it runs from the bow of the boat all the way down to about 3/4 down. And it is tremendous. It actually goes and it pushes down. It actually has that really nice concave look. So when you have that water come up right here, it's instantly thrown down. So it is an unbelievably dry riding skiff. So on a day when we're, maybe pushing out to the Barrier Islands, or we want to go to the Chandeliers or the Biloxi Marsh, this is a boat that can get us out there and get us out there dry and comfortable. I mean, take a look at this casting bow. This casting deck up here is tremendous. It's bigger than most 24-foot bay boats. If I'm fishing at night and I'm maybe using the trolling motor and I'm fishing 2 anglers on the bow, this is something they can easily do. They can easily handle. I wouldn't hesitate to put 2 fly anglers on the bow and know that they're going to have a great experience up here. I'm easily able to walk around. I've got plenty of space, and it just provides a tremendous surface. So you take a 19-foot boat and you give it the available surface space that honestly you can't find on most 24-foot bay boats. This is really game-changing. Alright guys, so this is actually, for me, I've got kids and I like to take folks out, and a lot of times on these smaller skiffs there's not a whole lot of places to put stuff. So when you've got a place with this much storage, it's really unusual. Let's take a look. This storage compartment is massive. I'm going to move the camera and show you just how big it really is. Alright guys, so I'm going to put myself here for proportion. It is a tremendously huge storage compartment. This is ridiculous. So on that day that you want to take the wife, the kids, the family, or the husband, whatever, to the sandbar, the beach, or go exploring, you've got all the room you need. Or if you want to make that big trip and you want to put your boat bags in here, tackle bags in here, extra equipment, you're going to put your trolling motor batteries up here. I've got a ton of room for all that stuff. I've got all the room I need and then some. So also too, you'll notice that your fuel cell is up here. So your weight is forward, it's very proportional, it's really well set up. Underneath in the deck, we're going to take a look at our wet storage. So right down here in the floor is our wet storage. And I really like how this is set up. So for your mooring lines and stuff like that, it's just going to be sopping wet all the time. I've got a designated area for it. It's not going to get into my dry storage at the bow. It's not going to get in tackle, towels, all that kind of stuff. It's where it needs to be, in the floor. Alright, so up here I've got plenty of room to mount a full 12-inch display if I want to. Or I can put just a single 9-inch display. The way they've set this up is I can move that tack wherever I need to fit what you guys want. You're going to notice it's already got your trim tabs already set in. Jack plate, whole 9 yards. Ton of great features. We can add underground lighting to it. We can add just a myriad of things. And this is a lot of real estate to set stuff up in. And one thing that I'm really particularly super excited to show off is their attention to detail in their wiring. That's normally something that on a lot of boats kind of gets left out. But these guys are sticklers for putting together the best possible boat. So as you guys can see, everything's on a breaker. So we're not worried about replacing fuses, nav lights, anchor lights, courtesy lights, bilge, Livewell, and this does have an aerator with recirculate on it. So if you guys want to do lobster in season or fish live bait, this is going to do an amazing job. We have an accessory switch which is open, and you also have an Atlas jack plate. So ton of great stuff. But one of the cool things that I'm really proud of is, like I said, their attention to their wiring. So I'm going to move the camera so you guys can really see what's going on in there. So as you guys can see, they did a really great job of looming everything up and just making sure it's super clean. So when I go in here later to install something, it's going to make my job that much easier. So for my undergunnel rod storage, I've got 3 forward and 1 going back. We can add another should you so desire, like to go back or whatever. So that's going to give me 8 rods for undergunnel storage in the boat. So one of my favorite parts of this boat is that polling platform back there. It's really easy to get up and down on the way that the legs come forward. It makes it easy to have good footholds. And I love the height and the size of it. It's a taller platform, so I've got plenty of room for that motor with the jack plate, and it helps every inch I'm off the water, helps me see better. And they can match any color powder coat you want. And that gray right there, it really just touches off the whole boat. And already having the marine mat on it tells me the day I get out there, I'm already comfortable, ready to pole, and living my best life. Here's my Livewell, and just from looking at the hatch, it doesn't look very big, but once we open it up, this thing has a ton of space in here, a ton of room, and it's circular. It's going to have great circulation. It's going to help keep everything super clean and ready to roll. So I love the fact that it is a fully aerated recirculating Livewell. So as soon as I start running the boat and that pickup's out of the water, what I'm going to end up with is great oxygenated water for our bait, shrimp, crab. If you guys want to do a lobstering season, you're going snorkeling for scallops, whatever, you're set up. So we're going to go back to that storage. We had a freaking ridiculous amount of storage in the bow. Let's take a look at this. I've got almost as much storage, if not more, between, I'm almost equal in storage on each side as I have on the bow. So there's a ton of space, boat bags. And we talked about a minute ago, like if you guys want to go down to Port St. Joe, do some scalloping, something like that, dive gear, all that stuff. And this is going to drain right in the bilge. We don't have to worry about this. This is a great place for wet storage. Ton of room. And this is on each side of the boat. And they're using these really nice Gemlux friction hinges, so they're going to stay up, not going to come down on fingers. Inco electric trim tabs. And what I love about this is it lets me take advantage of that flare on the bow. So when I'm coming in, I've got that quartering seat, which is always the worst way to deal with it. I can take my hull, tilt it, so that spray rail, that big negative tine, is doing the absolute most amount of work for me, keeping me and my family and my friends dry on the water. So that time we're like, hey man, let's go to the Biloxi Marsh. Let's go to the Barrier Islands, wherever you want to go. This boat can more than handle that. Now, from right here, we've got TH Marine jack plate. This is going to let me get that motor up out of the way. It helps me kind of scout out the water. Or if I'm coming in and it gets a little shallower than I may have expected, I can pull that jack plate up. We can keep our lower unit in good shape, and we can keep on rolling. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop a comment, give me a call at the shop, shoot an email, whatever. But this Brackish 19 is a really special boat. It's really tailor-made to our northern Gulf Coast. So stop by, ask questions, and we can get you set up with a truly amazing